It didn't take the paparazzi long to track down the troubled pop star as she drove through Los Angeles. A day of cat and mouse followed as she was tailed all around LA. Well, one man who's well versed in the ways of modern media is Alastair Campbell, a former political editor of the Daily Mirror, who, of course, was Tony Blair's Director of Communications and Strategy between 1997 and 2003. He thinks that the time has come to leave Britney alone. Joins us now from North London. Thanks for joining us on Afternoon Live. Why should we leave her alone?
Well, it's not just about her, it's about what the media culture is becoming, and I just think she's something of a symbol within it, that there reaches a point with some people where they're so well known, they're so written about, that the media stops to think of them actually as having any kind of humanity at all. And so I just think there's a case sometimes for media organisations such as your own and such as the newspapers and the radio stations just to step back and say, look, is this right what we're doing? Is this right the way that we're pursuing this particular story? And like I say, it's not just about her, it's just actually what I think you as a professional have become.
Britney Spears, though, always wanted to be famous, of course. The McCanns wanted to find their child. They both have used the media, and there will always have to be a downside to that, won't there?
Well, possibly, but I mean, I think that, if I may say so, is something of a self-serving argument that the media employ to say, well, we can do anything we want. They say it about politicians because politicians have to stand before the public and to get to them before the media, and then the media say, well, you know, they want the public's votes, they want the media attention, therefore we can do or say anything about them. The McCanns are a very, very good example because they're just people in a sense who got caught up in this media, this modern media maelstrom. They didn't nobody ever suggested they wanted it, and yet it happened to them. And then I think again they've reached a point where certain newspapers, certain media organisations think they can say absolutely anything about them because they've decided it sells. And I think Britney, I mean, I wrote a piece about this for the Times last week, and when I was just thinking about it, I googled Tony Blair, and you got 11 million items about him. George Bush, 27 million. You Google Britney Spears and it's 82 million. And you think kind of, you know, the world's going a little bit mad here. And the thing is that it's not, yes, it's about the public and it's about their appetite for this kind of story and this kind of situation, but I think the media has got responsibilities beyond just filling space and pandering to the public. I think sometimes you just got to step back and say, look, is this right, the way that we're covering this story? Is it really a story after a while? I mean, I did an interview on this the other day for the BBC World Service, and on the other line was a photographer who said something fantastically interesting. He said, we cover her 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. He then went on in his next answer to say, we always try to give her some space and privacy. Now, like I say, it's not about Britney Spears, although I think she's become a quite potent symbol within this. It's what the media, and it's not just the tabloids and the paparazzi, that's what the TV people like to pretend. It's television, it's radio, it's online media. There's now so much of it going round the clock, around the world. You'll fill it with anything, and Britney Spears, you know, she looks nice and she's a sad story. Let's just fill it with that.